The Caspa community has a message to the rest of crypto. We told you so. The majority of crypto investors right now have their head in between their hands. They can't believe that they just lost a year's worth of gains on the screen. Meanwhile, in Kaspa Town, we're only 12% away from all-time highs, making this channel that you just found right now the most profitable across all of social media. There may be some meme coin snipe exceptions like Crash, but we are up there in the biggest earners, going all in at the bottom of the cup. Inside VIP, over the past 45 days, cold storage buy alert at 11.5, 5x leverage trade buy alert at 12.25, 13.3, and these were all planned ahead of time. We never squeezed the trigger without planning it out at least a week or two in advance. That's how we avoided FOMO, chasing the meme coins, which is getting the rest of all of these groups crushed right now. How do I know? I'm in all the other groups, seeing what's going on, looking for alpha, as well as we were well aware of the June 15th FOMC meeting. Our quota didn't get met. We were all on standby, cash on the exchanges, ready to hit the buy button for leverage trades or cold storage before a monster breakout. We realized it wasn't going to happen, and we let it slide, making our VIP group the place to be where the most profit is at. And right now, we're going to show this narrative that we've been talking about across the board, how the 2025 market is going to be a completely different beast than the prior cycle top. We needed to do this episode with the window open so everybody can see Las Vegas Boulevard. When human beings have money on the line and their intelligence is questioned, I know this. I've been playing poker at a professional level for over a decade. The human mind starts going into some dark places. They get to denial. They won't accept reality and what's really going on. It's so difficult for people to admit they made a mistake when there's money on the line. And right now, if you're somebody who's in these vintage projects who are promising so many gains like ICP, MATIC, Litecoin. We're going to take a look at all the charts for the coins that are above and around Caspa right now, carving out its path to the top. Because one of the biggest misconceptions in all of crypto is that retail's driving the car. This couldn't be farther from the truth. It's all the market makers. And this is the entire nature of our theory that the 2025 market's going to be different. The prior market was clearly fueled by money printing. Coming out of the lockdowns, the economy needed stimulation. The market makers get their hand on this cash directly. Thus, the birth of cryptocurrency came as they use crypto as a shelter for that inflation. And right now, they're cycling out of those inflation shelters at the expense of retail. More importantly, they're getting into the new projects that have massive upside potential. You don't need to take my word for it. Look up Marathon Digital. They're mining Kaspa. It's the only other project they've ever mined besides Bitcoin. And keep this in mind. Kaspa's still in the test net phase. Going to Kaspa.fyi, we can see since the Rust upgrade, every once in a while, the real-time blocks per second fluctuates up to 2. So right now, you could say Kaspa's running at 2 blocks per second. Very soon, it will be 10, and they're expecting to get it up to 32 during this cycle, as well as behind the scenes, Jonathan Saplinski's working on smart contracts, and this layer of smart contracts is going to be different than anything we've ever seen, and that's playing into part of the capitulation of these vintage coins. We're going to start off with MATIC because it fits directly into this smart contract narrative. Looking at the MATIC chart, one of the lessons that we teach inside VIP is to combine your fundamental research with your technical analysis. Specifically, dates adding to the chart can be very key. A very simple way to start this out is by adding FOMC dates to your chart. As a side action right now, open up the Federal Reserve schedule and your Caspa chart and highlight all the dates with an arrow over the last year, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Every massive breakout for Caspa has happened correlation directly to an FOMC meeting. On a more broader sense, MATIC fundamentally has been diminished by a new technology called ZK rollups. This is a new way to do layer 2 transactions. Jonathan Saplinski himself, who worked on Ethereum, said, had we possessed ZK rollup technology while we were building smart contracts on Ethereum, it would have been a completely different ballgame, and the face of cryptocurrency would be ultimately reshaped. The ZK tech is putting MATIC out of business, and we can see this clearly on the chart where there's a double/triple top formation right here. Currently, the price candle is all the way down to an FTX collapse low, as well as there's another bearish pattern in combination with a descending triangle. That's two bearish patterns put together, plus fundamental research showing that MATIC is going nowhere fast. Looking at the Litecoin chart, everyone who involved in Caspa realizes the fundamental diminishing research on Litecoin, which was supposed to be a faster, cheaper proof of work than Bitcoin, the silver to Bitcoin's gold. This has been completely destroyed by Caspa's technology. And again, we can clearly see this double top pattern. And right now, the price candle is very close to the FTX lows. Looking forward into 2025, the market makers may be able to manipulate the price with some gamma squeeze facilitated by their offshore account, but it's likely that MATIC isn't going to have a significant rally whatsoever. And these are billions of potential dollars that are still going to be flowing into cryptocurrency. The target asset is Kaspa. Kaspa chart 12% away from its all-time high. Even a novice in technical analysis can clearly see that Kaspa is coiled like a cobra waiting to strike to the upside, a volcano about to erupt. Notice the repeating rounded bottom pattern. All the way from a year ago, it was these cup formations over and over again into breakouts, and now more cup formations preparing for another breakout. Timing the low as well as when the upside move is going to happen is what we specialize inside our VIP group. There's going to be a load of money to be made, not just on Caspa, but some of these artificial intelligent AI picks that are at super discount price right now. The 24-point checklist was a tool designed for advanced traders to hire someone to do their homework for them. It takes over 20 hours to correctly research a crypto project thoroughly, leaving no stones unturned. So hiring someone else to do a report for you is an invaluable savior of your precious time. Meanwhile, for new traders, this can excel your learning exponentially.